Most writers think they understand what showing is, but they're really only using the most obvious versions of it. I'm gonna give you 6 ways to show in your writing that most writers completely overlook. The first one's pretty obvious, but the last one, almost no one thinks of it as showing. So the first one, this is the one that everyone knows. A character's behavior already shows you what they are feeling. If the behavior is doing its job, you don't need to explain anything. If the character slams the door or clenches their fist or interrupts someone, we already know that they're angry. If a character is fidgeting or checking their phone constantly or asking insecure questions, we know that they're anxious. But this is also where, because not everyone expresses emotion through their behavior the same way. So if all of your characters react the same way to the same feeling, that is not the character, that is you. Another way to show is what a character keeps steering conversations to. This is what a character keeps bringing things back to, because that exposes what matters to them. If every conversation somehow circles back to money, that is not random. If they keep pulling things back to respect or recognition, you can tell that is their priority. Another way to show is by showing what triggers them. This is what actually gets a reaction out of them, because not everything does. And whatever consistently does, that is where their insecurities are. If they are calm about everything until their more successful brother is mentioned, that is not small. If they only get defensive when their work is questioned, we can tell that is a pressure point. This next one gets overlooked a lot. Showing what a character avoids can be just as loud as what they engage with, because silence is a choice. If they joke or deflect every time commitment comes up, that is not personality, that is fear. If they shut down the second the conversation gets close to their father, that is not silence, that is avoidance. Another way to show is by showing what they notice first, because what a character notices first tells you how they see the world. One person walks in and immediately notices the exits. They're thinking about safety. Another notices who is watching. They're thinking about stat. Another picks up on the tone of a room. They're emotionally tuned in. Once you see what a character notices first, you start to understand what kind of world they think that they are in. And this last one is one that almost no one treats as showing, but it is one of the strongest. It is what they allow themselves to do without questioning it. They go through their partner's phone and they scroll and they read everything and then put it back like nothing happened. They have no hesitation and no second thoughts. That is justification. They didn't need to say anything. They already believed that it was okay. In their world, if something feels off, they feel justified to cross that line. So showing is not just actions. It's anything that reveals how a character sees the world. And if you're only relying on the most obvious versions of showing, what are you doing with everything else? Because you're either letting it show or you are explaining it. And the more that you let it show, the less your narration has to carry. If you want more writing advice, hit that follow button. That's what we do here.